keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on, here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay, we'll take it slow.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games. They can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. Now, with the festivities of All-Star Weekend behind us, we can concentrate on the new task at hand. Second half of the season. Shaq, what do you see coming down the pike?
Well, I see great teams are going to get down to business. The fake teams and the front runners, they're going to start losing games that they were winning up. Until now, Ernie, it's time to say 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Oh, my goodness. I remember those days. Some teams, will start to rebuild, but maybe at the trade deadline. You know what I'm saying, Ernie? But sometimes teams just try to rebuild right away. Yeah. I mean, forget the trade deadline. Get it done now.
Almost game time. Let's get you to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And coming off their championship last season, that success, I believe, carried right over into this one. They played at a high level all year long and stand poised to make another run at the title.
Not sure if it's cockiness. It feels just like extreme confidence as they enter every game with a bullseye on their back.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we all know how hard Russell Westbrook plays every night. Coach Billy Donovan said he plays with such force and passion. He gets so intense, so competitive, so emotional, but he's doing a good job of bringing himself back together and understanding there's other guys out there depending on him. Kevin?
And that's how Russ has always been, DA, a high-motor player who leaves it all out on the floor. 2 teams tonight that love to get out and run. Brent, talk about some of the keys to being effective in the transition game.
Well, one part about transition, Kevin, is the first couple steps that anybody takes to get out on the break. I mean, there is a skill to running hard in transition and then secondarily getting wide in the lane. So many coaches are yelling at their players about creating space by getting to the sidelines as quickly as possible. Those 2 things can make you pretty dynamic in the open floor.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Russell Westbrook out there with Eustace. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Anthony. And it's Adams in at the center position.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't.
Oh!
Wow.
I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
McGee a screen. Durant kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. The shot by Curry, no good. Outside, George. Oh, he jams it right over Draymond Green. Wow.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. And they're pushing it up. The layup off target.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And Green gets it to go.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Durant with a wide open look. On the 3 off target. The Thunder have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Rebounded by McGee. Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Durant in the corner. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Durant's got his first 3 points of the game.
I think he just wakes up shooting threes. Durant always the opportunist from out there.
Anthony's shot is off. Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Thompson kicks to Curry. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Got that one up quick.
Yeah, sure, the defense did well, but Melo, he just done better.
Golden State's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Curry dishes to Durant. And that misses. That would have put him up. Thunder have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And here's Westbrook from the arc. The putback.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Curry. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. Passes it to McGee. And Green slams it in.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
Here's George. Here's Adams. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Adams has got his second basket of the night.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Here's Westbrook.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
Look, I know some guys are going to dunk, but when it's Westbrook, man, he fires up his teammates.
Warriors trail by 6. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Paul George. It's Westbrook with the drive. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Green. For 3, Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 6 points for Kevin Durant.
That's one of Durant's specialties. He can pull up off the drive and shoot right over you, not even knowing you're there.
And Adams with the slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Warriors shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Thompson passes to Curry. Green with a screen on Westbrook. Curry with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And again, it's good. Durant with a 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Well, for a long time, most media guides had Kevin Durant listed at 6'9". Most players and fans knew, Brent, that was dated information from when Durant first joined the league. He's clearly grown since entering the NBA.
It took a while for Kevin Durant to actually admit to the fact that he was 7 feet tall in shoes. So we finally have that tidbit of information that's so critical to whether or not Kevin Durant is a good player or a great player, right? I'm kidding, Kevin.
He is.
Oh! Yes, sir. Yeah, Steven Adams was not going to be stopped there on the drive. Too big, too strong, and he fended off the contact. Did he know he got hit?
Warriors trail by 6. Curry kicks to Green. Taken away by Anthony. Down low, here's Westbrook, and he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 6.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Westbrook with the steal, and here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. And finished off by Westbrook.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And just looking at the stats, you can see, man, they were efficient on this night.
Yeah, the defense did nothing disruptive in the game, so good patience. It led to good shot selection, and then look at the excellent shooting percentage from the field.
And Brent, in your younger years, your dad, of course, played for the Golden State Warriors. You have connections with the Bay Area, certainly. Any memories of watching the old Warriors team play?
Well, of course, Kevin. I was a ball boy when I was 4 years old, and I remember getting into the locker room and having a chance to get on the practice court and riding to the arena with my dad. And then my years in high school when I made my way there to watch Run TMC and spent my summers with Chris Mullin trying to get myself ready for the NBA. I love the Bay Area. I love where I'm from, and I have to admit it, I love the Warriors.
Julia is checked in for JaVale McGee. Chance now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for George.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
They drew a lot of fouls in that game, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
And it wasn't just the points that they got at the line that helped their cause. It was the foul trouble on the other side that went along with it. Several players stranded on the bench for long stretches, and the coach having to re-strategize.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Thompson outside. Curry kicks to Pachulia. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Houston. Now Thompson. He had 19 points in the win against the Clippers. From deep, Green. Here's George. And then George with the jam.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Now here's Durant. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Clippers.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Jeremy Grant comes in for George. Here's Pachulia. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Iguodala against Grant. Curry with some nice D. Warriors trail by 13. Dishes it to Pachulia. On the wing, Thompson. Thompson is double. Launches a 3. On the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And he makes the first.
A lot of people look at Russell and think you roll the ball out, and with his athleticism and tenaciousness, he just takes it over. But the guy hits the film room. I mean, he studies up. He wants to know about his opponent. He wants to get better as a performer, get more consistent. So there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes with Russell Westbrook.
West is checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Curry, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Abrinas is checked in. He kicks it to Adams. Patterson, the screen. Adams' shot is off. And for Westbrook, in his watching of film, he isn't looking for what he's doing on the floor. Rennie says he's gaining an understanding for everyone else.
I think that kind of approach is pretty heady, don't you, Kevin? The fact that Russell not only wants to improve himself, he wants to have a better understanding of every aspect of the game. That's his decision-making. That's where his teammates are finding success on the floor. Defensively, how teams are matching up with him. That's a lot to take in on top of the responsibilities he already has for this Oklahoma City team.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Patterson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Patterson's got his second bucket tonight.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Picked by Pachulia. Livingston dishes to Iguodala. There's the screen, and stolen by Patterson. All alone, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Now to look at the numbers for Felton, how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 6 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent, but honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score. You just can't allow good looks like that from beyond the arc. That's just inviting all kinds of trouble.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, they've been the better shooting team throughout the first half because of their patience and because of their shot selection.
Now, here's Thompson. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game. Here's Adams. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Doubled by Felton. It's stolen by Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Yes, Steven Adams is a big getting out and running in transition, making himself a big target on the fast break.
The Warriors shooting to start out this game about 43%. Livingston with it. Now Felton defending. Thompson is double. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. Basket good. Pachulia's got his first points of the game. The Thunder leading by 22. Felton the pass to Adams. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Iguodala against Felton. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. And Adams with the slam.
Well, Adams on most nights is a complimentary scorer, so let's compliment what he's doing right now.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Abrinas. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And now on the 2K leaderboard, the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the best free throw shooting teams in the league. The Warriors, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Stolen by Grant. Abrinas with the bucket. Abrinas has got his first bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
On the wing, Thompson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
That's a shot that Klay Thompson has perfected, a consistent catch-and-shoot guy.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now here's Livingston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The dive for the ball. And stolen by Patterson. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Abrinas, again the Thunder score.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
And here's Livingston. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Ball stolen. Here's Abrinas. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin?
Look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, goodness.
Unreal.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Wow, 18? That is mind-boggling.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
Thompson at the 2 with Iguodala playing the 3. Pachulia is out there with West, and it's Livingston in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And it goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Felton.
This OKC team is one of the best in the league when it comes to getting themselves to the free throw line, and a lot of that comes with the sheer force of Russell Westbrook, who draws a ton of fouls. But there's a few other crafty players who can get to work on the inside and find their way to the free throw line.
Nick Young's checked in for Pachulia. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. There's the triple. And Nick Young, the bucket on the assist by Iguodala. Young's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Ferguson's shot is good.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the three-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Livingston kicks to Young. Feeds it to Iguodala. They get it again. Tries again. Misses at the rim.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Felton. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Warriors have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Thompson outside. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
So quick and so good, Klay Thompson.
Here's Ferguson and the rejection by Iguodala. Grant, that's good.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's the kind of guy who does things that breaks the backs of their opponents because they're about wanting it more than the other guy you're up against.
14 feet away. Good. And a nice assist from Felton. Felton's got 3 assists in the game.
That's a lot of hard work in the offseason for Jeremy Grant to become better at the mid-range, finding some footing there.
Timeout called the Warriors. Now that we're into the year, some teams starting to show cracks, Brent, could use an infusion of talent. How hard is it to make an in-season trade that can really have an impact on your team?
I think it's more and more difficult, Kevin, with the rules and the way that the salary cap is set up for teams really that are contending for something big to go out and all of a sudden grab that one piece. It's very rare that a team can go out that's sitting on top of the standings and find that one specialist that's going to come in and make that team even better. So when that does happen, you have to really commend GMs that have done their homework and manipulated the salary cap so that there's space for that kind of player.
Complex, I agree. Some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for West. Kevin Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Klay Thompson. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Good on the triple. And 12 points for Kevin Durant.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Young dishes to Green. Golden State moving it around. Anthony on the double team. Young passes to Curry. And there's the feed to Livingston. Shot clock at 5. But they recover it. Over George. The shot, no good. Thunder have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. Offensive rebound. For the 3. And again, it's Kevin Durant. Durant's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Warriors.
Kevin Durant working on the glass a little bit, utilizing the length again there to get the advantage.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Golden State. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. To the inside, and stolen by Patterson. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. The Warriors shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Puts up a 3, and it's Kevin Durant with the 3. Durant's got 18 points.
Boy, when Durant gets on a roll, when he's being aggressive, his length and skill set makes him unguardable.
Shot's good by Anthony.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
McGee is screen on Westbrook. Curry can't get it to go.
Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Double team on Westbrook. And here are the Warriors now. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Warriors.
And a lot of shots from long distance. They're trying to stretch out the D and force them to cover out in space. And a lot of times that enables an offense to get some opportunities to attack in the paint.
The Thunder have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, that's a Westbrook mindset right there. I'm going through you. Doesn't allow his focus to be shaken even when the defense gets a little bit nasty.
Durant for 3. Warriors the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Brent, the last team you played for, the Houston Rockets. Your dad, your older brother John, also played for the Rockets. What's this connection between the city of Houston and the Barry family?
I've asked them that same question in Houston, and I even talked to Daryl Morey about putting a Barry graveyard across the street where it is that all three of us, our career had ended. I'd love to see a tombstone over there with Rick, John, and Brent.
Well, it'd be...
Maybe we'll add a few more to it, Kevin.
Well, the way you played there, the way you played your career, and your family played, obviously you've set a standard in the league. But that was an interesting stop that you all were there at one time.
I think it's crazy that we all ended in Houston, though.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It is. It is.
3 careers ending with one over.
Isn't that something?
Weird.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And it's George missing. Warriors shooting 43% from the floor. Lets it go from deep. He can't hit that time. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And it's good for 2.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And McGee kicks to Curry. They get a hand on it. Green dishes to Durant. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. They get it back.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Well, people talk so much about shoot first guy with Westbrook. How about that time finding the open man?
Curry against Westbrook, and the wide open shot from Green. Green missing again. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Curry with it. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Anthony's gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 60%. Now Young. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 6.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's George. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 6 assists here tonight.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And guys, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse jam like that.
Greg, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Yes.
Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. Westbrook against Young. Durant kicks to Green. No good with the triple.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Curry. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about that finish by Steph there? He's just a master at altering his shot after he hears the whistle and gets the contact and finishes.
A lot of great superstars in the NBA, Brent, but when you're talking about the most dangerous scorer in the league, I still think you've got to include Steph Curry in that conversation. He just does things that nobody else can do.
Well, nobody else in the league can do, and really nobody else in the history of the league has done. You think about Steph Curry in transition, pulling up from 30 feet, and we really don't even bat an eye, and we expected the balls going in every time. What a transcendent player.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Adams with the slam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
The Warriors shooting 41% from the field here in the second. Curry kicks to Durant. Back to Curry. There's a screen. Here's Pachulia. And again, no good by Golden State.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Anthony's got a nice night underway, shooting 6 of 9 from the floor. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. The shot by Curry, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Westbrook, no good.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Pass to Thompson. Takes a 3. The Thunder pull it in. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Durant for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Right side George. It doesn't go for him. Curry with the defensive effort. The Warriors shooting for the game at 42%. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball and the dunk by Westbrook.
I mean, just a terror in transition is Russell Westbrook exploding past the defense with that speed.
Here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. Can they get it? Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim.
And Adams with the slam.
And not a lot of range on Steven Adams' offensive game, so he understands those limitations and gets to the rack.
And here's Golden State. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. No good from Durant. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Russell Westbrook again. Westbrook's got 22 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Curry against Westbrook. Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. Shoots the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Because Steph moves so well, anytime he can get some separation, he starts to feel once he gets the ball, he's going to find some points.
And just keeping his teammates involved. This is the kind of leadership you like to see.
Well, you could trademark this brand of basketball, running through the progressions and working around for decent looks.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Thunder out in front, running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, Draymond, at times in that first half, they got it going in transition. Why were they able to beat you defensively?
I don't think it was so much defensively, it was offensively. You know, we turned the ball over, and you can't defend that. You know, when they get out running, their guards are going to get loose. So we just got to stop turning the ball over offensively, and that'll help our defense a ton.
Yeah, your coach calls them plays of insanity, Draymond, so we'll see if you can adjust that in the second half. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He ended up with 22 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back to the Bay Area, everyone, as we take a peek at Coit Tower with the skyline of gorgeous San Francisco just behind. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. The Warriors shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. They've got Eustace. Paul George is out there with Anthony. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot.
And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
Beautiful assist by Westbrook. The defense has to play him to score, which allows him to create for others.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And George here with...
Yikes! Wow. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
That free throw good from Anthony. Brent, coming down the stretch of a tight game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
It's stolen by Anthony. Outside for George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
No good on the second free throw. The pass to Eustace. Second chance shot. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
For Oklahoma City, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
1 shot.
The throw good, Paul George. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Thompson dishes to Green. Durant for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's George. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's now 21 points for George.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Curry kicks to Durant. There's Green with the 3. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The drive by Green throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, I think in his mind he knew the contact was coming, focused, stayed in control, and got it.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Plays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 27 points.
Yeah, Kevin, hope. That's not a defensive tactic, but that's what you saw there. Westbrook handling the rock and has the quickness to drive on pretty much anyone.
Thompson passes to McGee. Left side Curry lets it go from deep. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
It's stolen by Adams. Durant against George. Over Durant. And it's George again missing.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And it's George finishing it off.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Kevin Durant. The Thunder also changing it up. Jeremy Grant comes in for Anthony. It's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Curry with it. Now Felton defending. Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And a look here at the shot chart for Oklahoma City.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. West is checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Thunder have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third.
Trust me, defense wants to keep Grant out of the paint, and he wants to get in there. That's why.
The Warriors have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. West dishes to Curry. They double team Curry. Livingston kicks to Green. Three-pointer. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Green's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now he's just lighting him up.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Over the decades, the way the league has grown, phenomenal, due in no small part to the leadership. Brent, what are some of the key traits you've seen of these two great NBA commissioners?
I think the one thing about both David Stern and Adam Silver that they have done a great job with is that they're approachable. There doesn't seem to be a time, at least in an NBA player's career, where they don't feel like they could either call the office and within maybe a day or two hear from somebody from the league office. But the fact that both David Stern and Adam Silver find their way out to arenas throughout the regular season, come to see every team, that approachability, I think, far and away sets those two gentlemen aside.
Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Grant's got 12 in the game.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
And Brent, when you hear Donovan on the sideline or in the huddle, it's clear how big a motivator he can be for his team. He certainly gets the most out of his players from the stars to the end of the bench.
One thing that Billy Donovan did in the early part of taking the job with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I remember it well, Kevin, I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of the roster for the Oklahoma City team, and he started to establish that trust in the off-season, being there for workouts, understanding the personalities of his team, and getting to know his guys. All of those things have reaped some incredible rewards in the early part of Billy Donovan's coaching career.
Left block shot on the way. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Golden State. For Oklahoma City, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. Well, one thing the Thunder have always done well is control the glass. Good rebounding team.
Well, the Thunder are great candidates to end up near the top for both offensive and defensive rebounds, and it certainly helps when Russell Westbrook is tearing down over 10 boards a game. It's a complete effort with this ball club, and they have guys who are willing to stick their nose in there.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Warriors have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Livingston kicks it to West. Curry against Felton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Curry's shot is off.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And the dunk by Grant.
Wow, Jeremy Grant, some change in the couch here, finding some offensive rhythm for the team.
Warriors shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. There's the screen. Livingston.
Love the way that Sean Livingston goes to work when he's on the floor. He knows exactly what his strengths are and how to run an offense. He can act as a scorer at times and usually does it from that mid-range post area. As a guard, not many three-point shots, but devastating from about 8 feet out.
The first free throw is good.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
Good on both. Oklahoma City shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Adams' shot is good. And with the height that Sean Livingston has, he provides a mismatch for smaller guards. Also can pass right over the top of him. Brett, I got to tell you, he reminds me a bit of how you used to play.
Well, there's no way that I had that kind of post game, Kevin, but it's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Sean does a great job, however, of finding the spots on the floor where he can be most effective. He does not try to do things whenever he's not at that 12 to 16 foot range where he does most of his damage.
Poked loose, out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Steven Adams. 3rd in shooting percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. West draws the double. He dishes it to Iguodala. It's Curry outside. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Pachulia with the steal. Here is Livingston. Here's Iguodala. That shot, no good. Adams, some nice D. Ferguson, the pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, he's such an athletic forward. Absorbing contact is something that he's learning to do, getting much better at it.
Warriors shooting the ball at 42%. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Picked by Pachulia. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Adams.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
It's Curry outside. Curry with another miss.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And the Warriors making a change here. Young's checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Patterson's checked in. The Warriors shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. And Young kicks to Iguodala. Screen by Young. It's Young on the wing to end the drought. Can't hit that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Iguodala with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running. Young in the corner. Fires the three. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Patterson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Patterson. So, Brent, we often talk about role players who give 100% effort every minute they're on the floor. Which stars have the highest motors right now, in your opinion?
Wow, a lot of guys play with a lot of fire, Kevin. I'm thinking about Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan, the workload that he has for the Toronto Raptors. Little guys like Kemba Walker and Isaiah Thomas. But maybe the 2 guys most prevalent, Chris Paul and then DeMarcus Cousins. And maybe that motor sometimes sputters a little bit, but the motor is still there.
You know what? Of all the qualities a player may have, and I don't even know if a motor or effort is a skill, it seems like it's becoming something that's rattled off very quickly by scouts and coaches. Yeah, he gives great effort. It's as if he's saying, yeah, he's got a great shot, or he's a terrific defender. They act like it's a skill.
Yeah, you think about it, Kevin, what that's doing is defining the fact that there are some guys in the league who don't do it. So when you have a guy who does it constantly, that's what makes him stand out.
No good from Grant.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but, man, that's an easy shot.
Livingston dishes to Young. Pachulia with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Livingston kicks to Young. There's the double team with Grant. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and Oklahoma City also making a switch. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Ferguson. Felton kicks to Anthony. Fires the three. Doesn't go either for Felton. Warriors shooting 40% from the field. Young outside, fires from deep, bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 6.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Livingston passes to Thompson. Unloads from 13. And he can't bank that one in. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 8.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Trains the three-pointer.
Sweet touch on the 3 there. Thompson is a dead-eye threat from long distance.
Here's Patterson. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Patterson's got 24.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Now here's Iguodala. He has 5. Screen by Young. Thompson outside. Three-pointer. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's Oklahoma City holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We've done a great job moving the ball. Let's keep the ball moving, extra pass, attack, pass, and play, okay?
Billy Donovan enjoying the activity his team is showing, the motion of his offense, just wants to see more of it.
Yeah, they're working together well. The key now is to try to do it consistently throughout the rest of this evening.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. Caspi is out there with Nick Young. And it's McGee in at the 5 roaming the paint.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
2 points. That one goes.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, tonight his pinpoint accuracy has been impressive.
The fadeaway. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Warriors shooting around 41% on the night. Young with no one around. The three-pointer is right on target.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Pass to Caspi. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Abrinas. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Livingston dishes to Thompson. From the arc. Another miss by Young. For Oklahoma City, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Singler. Lays it up off the glass.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Felton kicks to Singler. Over Young. That one rolling around and rims out. The Warriors shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Livingston passes to Caspi. Thompson right side. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Abrinas has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Singler. Buries it down low. Singler's got 4 points this quarter. They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Warriors have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Young with the ball. Singler covering. Got a piece of it. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Tries again. Johnson's shot is off. The Warriors shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And here's Livingston. Johnson over to help. And Young kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Abrinas with the bucket.
I like that recognition, effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Here's Thompson. Misses off the right iron.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Singler against Young. Good defensive work there by Young. From past the arc. And another three for Golden State.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Livingston kicks to Thompson. 13 feet away. Rebound by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Patterson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Patterson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
McGee is screen on Felton. Caspi with the bucket.
And Livingston did play point guard his first couple years, knows how to operate the offense, that time with the pass.
That one goes in.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
Patterson bringing the double. Livingston kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
The Warriors shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Young with the ball. Singler covering. Thompson for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Thompson's got 22 points.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. He's got 24.
Clay using his size down low to carve out just enough room, and then the high release point. Couldn't get to it. Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
The Warriors shooting around 41% on the night. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Johnson.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And here's Young from the arc. Again, Young missing. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Shoots from 12. Patterson can't get it to go. And here are the Warriors now. Thompson outside. Here's Caspi. Doesn't go that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's Abrinas. Here's Johnson. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Right, you're down by double digits. You have to play with maximum intensity just to have a chance to come back. Not seeing it here.
Livingston with it. Now Felton defending. Shots good from Young.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Johnson's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Livingston dishes to McGee. Livingston with it. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. David West is checked in for Golden State. And then for Oklahoma City, Hustis is checked in for Johnson. And Ferguson subbed in for Singler. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about. To bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft, teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
Yeah, I do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Go back over the history of the Warriors, and something I'm quite familiar with growing up in the Bay Area. The fans of this team really suffered through a lot, now enjoying the golden age of Golden State Warrior basketball.
And he ends up missing both free throws. And the Warriors, as we all know, were a slumping franchise from the late 70s up until this current run. Only 6 playoff appearances from 1978 to 2012.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Ferguson. The Warriors pull it in.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And Thompson gets it to go.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Patterson can't get it to go.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
He gets that one.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
And the shot will not go from Eustace. And so it's Golden State with it. Livingston kicks it to West. Shoots over Patterson. Thunder with the rebound. Abrinas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Eustace, and it's sent back by West. Now Livingston. Picked by West. Livingston with it. Now Felton defending. McGee's shot is off. The Thunder shooting 53% from the field in the 4th quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Passes to Eustace. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Oklahoma City.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Steven Adams.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Thompson is doubled. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're up. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
What a year for JaVale McGee to re-find his form and some confidence as an NBA player. Signed with the Warriors, played his way into their rotation, and after being on the verge of possibly being out of the NBA, he was a huge piece of a championship caliber team.
we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Patrick Patterson.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
These fans have been stunned by his performance. Of all the players they thought might do the most damage against him tonight, his name was not high on that list. Here's Felton. Patterson inside. McGee's there. Patterson can't get it to go. And for McGee, a lot of it was just finding the right situation.
Well, to me, for McGee, it wasn't so much about the fit and the style of play. It was about the character around him. And I think that Steve Kerr and collectively the roster just wanted to empower JaVale McGee to go out and be effective on the floor. A tremendous comeback year for that young player.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now the team came in fired up from the opening tip. To see the focus, you're ready to do battle.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Here's Livingston. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Off the mark.
That's just all effort from Klay Thompson. Getting up into his man, that's just tenacious D.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.